The lights were blinding. The air was electric, and in that single moment, when the host's voice echoed through the arena, the world held its breath. The 27th semi-finalist is Denmark! The crowd erupted. Cheers filled the massive hall as Denmark stepped forward, her confidence wrapped in elegance, her smile bright enough to outshine the stage lights. The music swelled behind her, the sound of destiny in motion. She walked with grace, waving to thousands of faces cheering her name. Cameras flashed, catching the shimmer of her gown as she reached center stage. When asked what she admired most about her country, she smiled softly and said, "The one thing that inspires me the most about Denmark is the people. We are such an international community. Open, diverse, and united. It's what shapes our open-mindedness and makes us who we are." Her words resonated deeply. It wasn't just an answer. It was a reflection of pride, of culture, and of heart. Just 3 days earlier, Denmark had celebrated her 21st birthday. Surrounded by her fellow contestants, she had blown out her candles, not just with a wish, but with determination. "This is a dream come true," she had said backstage that night, and the crown would be the greatest birthday gift of all. As the competition narrowed down, the pressure grew heavier. Only 2 spots remained in the semi-finals. Each contestant waited, hoping for their name to be called. When Denmark's name echoed once again, she clasped her hands together in disbelief, her eyes glistening. In preparation for this night, she had trained tirelessly, not only in her home country, but also in Thailand and the United States. She had learned, practiced, and refined every aspect of her performance. And now, here she was, glowing in her favorite color, standing under the world's spotlight. Then came the question and answer round, a true test of grace under pressure. She walked up to the stage, her heels clicking softly against the polished floor, the lights following her every move. The host smiled and said, "Denmark, please come over and pick a name from the bowl." She reached in, her hands trembling slightly, and drew a slip. "Judge number 1, Lily P." She read aloud. The judge leaned forward, smiling warmly. "How would you live your life differently if you knew nobody would judge you?" The hall fell silent. Denmark took a deep breath. Every camera lens was focused on her face. Every heartbeat in the audience seemed to sync with hers. Then, she spoke with poise and sincerity. "Thank you for the question. I would never change how I live my life. We learn from our mistakes. We learn every day. Each day brings something new, and we must take that and carry it into the future. That's why I live each day, one at a time, always staying positive. So no, I wouldn't change anything. Thank you." Her words were calm, grounded, and pure. The applause came like thunder, long, loud, and filled with admiration. Then came the final question, the one that would decide it all. The host looked at her and said, "Miss Universe has inspired generations of women. What is your message to the women watching you right now?" She paused for a moment, gathering her thoughts. The air was thick with anticipation. Then, in a voice filled with warmth and strength, she said, "My message to all the women watching around the world is this. No matter where you come from, no matter your past, you can always choose to turn it into your strength. Your past does not define who you are. You just have to keep fighting. I stand here today because I wanted to change. I wanted to make history. And that's exactly what I'm doing tonight. So never give up. Always believe in yourself and your dreams, because that's how you'll make them come true." Her eyes sparkled as she spoke. The audience rose to their feet. For a few seconds, it felt like time stood still. Then came the final 2, Denmark and Nigeria. Both women stepped forward, hands clasped together, hearts pounding. The music intensified. That haunting, hopeful melody that plays right before history is made. The host's voice trembled slightly as he said, "One of you will be taking the crown, and representing women all over the world as Miss Universe. If for any reason the winner cannot fulfill her duties, the first runner-up will take her place. Good luck, ladies. The camera zoomed in. 2 women, 2 dreams, 1 crown. A deep breath, a moment of silence. And then, the new Miss Universe is Denmark! The hall erupted into a roar of applause and tears. Confetti exploded from the ceiling. Denmark covered her mouth, overwhelmed, as the crown was gently placed on her head. She was shaking, not from fear, but from the realization that her dream had just come true. Oh yes, the host shouted, "It's her moment, and it's well-deserved." As she took her first walk as Miss Universe, the anthem played. The crowd cheered louder than ever. She held her head high, the crown gleaming beneath the spotlights. Her voice trembled as she spoke into the mic. "My kingdom is more than just a dream. I'm here for my team, for my country, for every woman who ever doubted herself. Let me show you who runs this town. Sit back and let me adjust my crown." It wasn't arrogance. It was empowerment. It was history. The host thanked the audience for a wonderful evening and congratulated the new queen once again. "Be sure to follow Miss Universe," they said, "to see where next year's show will be held. Tonight, we celebrate the new Miss Universe, Denmark." As the lights dimmed and the music swelled one last time, she turned to the crowd, eyes glistening under the golden confetti. The song played softly in the background. Oh yes, it's our night, and the feeling's right. It's time to change, time to shine. And with that, she walked forward. Not just as Miss Universe, but as a symbol of strength, courage, and hope for women everywhere.